Oh yes, so let's jump right into it. Let's talk arts now, shall we? We're joined on the program by Nelly Idiagba, portraiture artist and lawyer. She's right there in our Abuja studio. Good morning, Nelly. Welcome to the Morning Brief.
Good morning.
So let's talk about Nelly's art, right? And I must say, beautiful outfit there. But how do you combine this, really? Let's start with that. We know the average Nigerian is, the motto or the mantra is, more than one way leads to the market. So if it's not law, it's portraiture art. How are you able to combine those two?
Thank you very much for having me today. And it's really easy combining the two together because, I mean, law talks about drive for social justice and then the art, the creativity of social justice. So it's so easy. I think they're intertwined to me. So that's it.
That's great to hear. So let's talk about your work then. And I'm talking as a portraiture artist, not as a lawyer for now. Let's take a breather from law and the court issues. It is said that being an artist in Nigeria can be very tricky, really. There are those who make the big buck. There are those who do it for the passion. And when the money comes in, great. And there are those who are just coasting, really. You're trying to make ends meet with it, but it's not really working out for you. You are self-taught. So what is the vision? What is the goal, the drive for you? Is it just for passion? Is it for leisure? Is it for therapy? Or what exactly is it for, and how well is that going for you?
Okay, to me, I think the goal for art is to drive my message. It's, like I said, it's a subtle form of advocacy, not necessarily about the money. It's a passion. It's inbuilt in me. It's something to me that I want to give back to the world. So that's it. And the goal for this is to continue practicing my art and drive my message through to the world, as well as, you know, showcase the intention behind it. If it's to preserve culture, if it's for subtle advocacy, or whatever it is, but just to feed the world with a piece of what is inside of me.
So let me give you a classic case here. The way Nigeria is at the moment as we speak, I don't want to put anything in your head. I'm sure you live in Nigeria, you understand what happens. I'm sure you have things you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable. If you were to interpret it in your portraiture, for instance, what are the elements you will bring in to tell the story as vividly as it should be, to relay your intent as much as possible? I know you don't have any canvas, anything to draw with, but just give us the verbal, explainer, if you will.
Well, I think every artist is born with what they intend to show to the world. So every artist has exactly what they intend to portray. And personally, I find myself in the axis or in the scene of women. So everything about my art portrays women, stereotype form of, or the stereotypical way women are being treated. You could also say repugnant norms that relates to women. So that's basically what I portray and present to the world. So that's...
The reason I asked that question is because, let's give you an example. I know I'm stretching you into a bit of politics, but it's all part of bringing it. So in Rivers State, there's been a state of emergency. Governor, House of Assembly suspended. The wave of marches and protests, if you will, we've seen, from those who wore black to those who wore white, and yesterday those who wore red, have all been women. So that is the premise in which I'm speaking to. So, because I know Bukola said he wondered, how come it is women sometimes are at the forefront of some of these things? We look at the Kogi incident of the recall of Natasha Akpoti. The persons at the vanguard was a woman. The central person at the vanguard was a woman who led that call. So in that sense, are women driving change, or they are being used as a tool in this particular instance? That's my question in terms of your interpretation of your art.
Oh, beautiful. I think women are drivers of change because we have, I think women are very understanding, they're very empathic. Being, being the soft nature of women, it's so easy to drive change. So if you could, if I would agree with you, my paintings reflect a lot of that because we are drivers of change. And most of the changes that go so far in the world are being driven by some of them, especially when it gets really tough, you see the women are in the forefront of it, and that's when it's being heard, and that's when change is done. So I will agree with you, and part of it in my art shows all of that.
Well, interesting. I'm just looking at your work now. I've been looking forward to seeing them, and it's quite compelling. And to know that you're self-taught and you're able to, produce these amazing body of work is just, it's just beautiful to know. And I guess what Jeffrey was talking about is for you to speak to those who the change may be driving, those who are tools in the hands of the current change. And maybe uncannily being a part of it or deliberately being a part of it. So how does this all impact the message of women being drivers of change and the need for representation while they're at that?
Well, through my illustrations, I intend to showcase such societal ills, like I said, such stereotypical norms, such repugnant injustices done on women. You could also notice in my paintings, I focus my styles in the eyes of women, because women go through a lot and are suppressed, and the strength and the resilience in which they face whatever they go through. Sometimes, even in quiet, they can't speak. So I intend to drive that through my art, to speak out for women, especially those who are being marginalized in the society, be it politics, be it societal norms, or whatever it is. Yeah.
So your message is quite compelling as well. But talk to us about your target audience. Are these themes on demand? Or do you paint other themes, based on specific requisitions from your clients?
My paintings are driven internally. It's born out of me, especially what I see around my society. They are basically not painted on demands. What I see around me, I grew up from a rural community, and I saw a lot of hardship done on women, and it's still done today. So it's just a representation of what women go through. It's just, I hope that it touches it resonates to people, and they join in the drive of such change, and try to see what we all can do to, to curb such excesses or meanness done on women and all of that. So, come together to know that, oh, this is repugnant, this is wrong, this shouldn't be done, I can resonate with this, I know someone who has gone through this, and I can understand. Basically, just for it to touch the mind of who can understand and see the meaning of what I am portraying.
So walk us through your preference. Charcoal, pen, pencil, oil. Which one is your favorite?
Well, my comfort zone is oil on canvas, so that's what I do. Oil
on canvas. Interesting. So walk us through your creative process. You want to paint Bukola, right? That's my colleague, portrait. So what's your creative process? How do you start your day? Do you start your day with music? Do you wake up early and you just meditate? What exactly is your creative process, and how does it feel when you're done? Maybe you tell us how long it takes as well.
Well, it depends on how the mood is, and I use jazz, and I paint with jazz music in a quiet place, and that's it. So it depends on how well, it depends on how poor I am. So it could take a day, it could take 2 days, and all of that.
When you said I use jazz, and the average Nigerian listening to you,
jazz music.
I know you clarified that already.
Jazz music.
It's okay. But that's beautiful to hear. But when people say the context of the economy maybe has reduced patronage for art and even art events, because people try to wait and say, well, I have 100K, right? Or I have ₦1 million, and they've calculated how much you take them to feed with that, and you're like, well, come to my exhibition or come and purchase this. So how has that really affected patronage in that sense? I'm talking about the economic situation as it is now.
Yes. Like I said, painting is something born inside of me, and my number one preference, it's not all of that, because I know very well that every art has its owner, irrespective of the economy or whatever it is, and so every art done has its owner, when it will be, collected, or when it will be bought and all of that. So I don't think, and it's something that is a lifetime thing, so I don't think, irrespective of the economy or whatever, which is really sad though, would hinder who wants to acquire or who resonates with a particular kind of painting they love. They would always find a way to get it.
I love that. And seeing your work, I'm tempted to get one myself. But we have to thank you so much. We've been speaking with Nelly Idiagba, portraiture artist, lawyer, who uses jazz music for our work. Thank you so much once again, Nelly.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, there you go. It's beautiful to see Nigerians creating in different spheres, in spite of what people have described as a very, very volatile system or environment. So big up to people like Nelly and millions of Nigerian people out there doing great stuff. But that's why we draw the curtains. Thank you for being a part of the show today. I'm Kayode Okikule.
And the final curtain on the week will be drawn tomorrow. So join us again. We'll be back. I am Bukola Koka.
Our thoughts, our prayers with the people of Benue and Plateau, and we hope these killings will stop. Up next is Sunrise Daily at the top of the hour. Thank you so much for your time and company. I'm Jeffrey Uzongo. Bye-bye.